Phase 1, 3-day.
What's up, guys? Anthony Monetti here. It's going to be a different kind of vlog. I'm recording my workouts. Karen and I are going to be working out, and I'm just going to talk over them and start filling my YouTube channel with all my workouts. But here we are, AMPED Phase 1, 3-day split. This is day 1. Upper body push-pull vertical. And we just did some Turkish get-up and some farmer's carries, and now we're doing some rope pullovers to activate the lats. And I'm kneeling because it's a little bit deeper of a stretch, but this is just to prime up the muscles that we plan on working, right? So I'm a big believer in warming up, and more so now that I'm older, I do more warming up than, I shouldn't say that, but I do a lot more warming up than I've ever done. First major exercise is pull-ups or chin-ups, neutral grip, or chin-up, however you want to do them. I did a little bit of everything, starting with neutral grip. But pull-ups, this is how I like to do my pull-ups. This is how I encourage people to learn how to do pull-ups. Keeping that core nice and tight, working from the core first, and not trying to just worry about pull yourself up, building your core strength as you get stronger with the pull-up. By the way, Karen cranked out all 5 sets without any assistance. I kept changing my hand grip up. I went to chin-ups, went back to neutral grip, and eventually grabbed the band for assistance. Karen just cranks them out. Here I am grabbing the band. Need a little bit of assistance. I also grab fat grips so I can work on my grip strength. So that band gives me a little bit of assistance. At the same time, I'm working my hand, working my grip, working more of my forearms. It actually feels better on my elbow with a thicker bar. But next exercise up was overhead press. The top favorite of mine. Of course, we did some progressive overload to get to our working weight. Push press is a little bit different than the strict press or the barbell press, right? Push press, you get a little bit of momentum. You can push a little bit heavier of a weight. Still trying to keep that core nice and tight, but you're able to go a little bit heavier. And if you're looking to build power or looking to become more powerful, find a weight that you can move as fast as possible. Like, this is probably the limit for me. That's why I didn't go any heavier, because I wanted to be able to move that weight fairly quick. So I don't even know how much is on there. 135, 155, 160, maybe 175, 180, maybe, I don't even know. But stopping at the top, dip, and then drive. See Karen's style. She's a little bit, I would have slowed her down a little bit looking back at this now. See how she's catching it, and as soon as she catches it, she's going right into a squat. I would have liked to see her just stop at the shoulders for a second, regroup, take a deep breath, and then dip, and then drive, and use more force. But Karen got to the deadlifts before I did. Of course, I had to set the camera up. But next exercise is one of my favorite exercises, the deadlift. It probably is my ultimate favorite exercise. Nothing better in my eyes than lifting dead weight off the ground and learning how to move your body in order to do so. But something completely raw and animalistic and, I don't know, brute strength about it, which I love. And pay attention to Karen's lats as she's spreading her lats, as she's pulling that bar up. When you say deadlift, you think lats, right? Obviously hamstrings, glutes, and all that fun stuff, but lats are a prime mover. You can actually see how I just kind of like rotated my shoulders outward And once I have my lats locked up, then I can just use my hips. I had to re-grip a little bit. My grip strength was starting to give in. I had to get it right, but see, it's starting to slip out of my hands. Next up, another one of my favorites. Oh, I was telling Karen a story. I remember why I dropped that weight. I was telling her a story about how I used to be able to do 445s attached to my waist doing dips. But that was back in the day, training for the 2010 Mr. Universe. But anyhow, I'm really happy now with doing the 35 or 45 around my waist because I'm just happy about it. I feel good. There's no pain. Love it. And very grateful that I can actually do them because it was an important time where I couldn't do them, right? So here we are, dips. Give Cheech a little pet first, my little man. And then we do some shrugs. So the scapula, or the shoulder blade area, pulls your shoulders back and up and then down, right? So great superset would be dips with shrugs. And I like the way I do shrugs because it mimics what the traps do. They pull your shoulders back and they elevate your shoulders. So they retract and they elevate. So why not mimic that when you're doing your movement? Again, I had to re-grip, pull back and up, back and up. Looking at my format, I probably would have gone a little bit lighter and going a little bit higher. But anywho, that's why we look at these videos. Self-critique. Last on our list is a little skull crushers. Kind of with that good form, perfect form. She can actually let that barbell come over her forehead a little bit more, but again, you got to find that sweet spot. It's a great exercise. I've also had pain with doing this exercise, so it could be very beneficial. Again, back in the day, I was doing, at points, I was weight driven and I wanted to keep on pushing the weight because it was, it felt good and I felt strong, so I wanted to keep pressing the limits. But now I'm comfortable with doing, lighter weights, especially with an exercise like that, getting a good feel out of it and getting more longevity in the game. But did a little drop set action and just dropped it down to dumbbells because it can be a little bit easier on my elbows and my shoulders with a neutral grip. So I dropped to 2 dumbbells and I'm not even sure how many reps I did. I was just going, I wasn't counting, just trying to burn them up as many reps as I could without getting bored, or until I got bored. But part of my elbow rehab, part of my tricep rehab is a bunch of reps, believe it or not. So creating some muscle damage around the tricep at some point is beneficial as the body sees it as something it needs to heal. It sends nutrients there, it sends oxygen there, it sends blood there and heals it. But that's a wrap. AMP Phase 1, 3-day split. Day 1,